Yes, children, today we are going to do an assignment on chapter number 13, Symmetry, which we have learned. Now this is find out the number of lines in the symmetry in an equilateral triangle. So draw an equilateral triangle and make lines of symmetry, draw lines of symmetry in it and write down the number of lines of symmetry below this triangle, equilateral triangle. You know, equilateral triangle has all the sides equal. So you can, all of you draw equilateral triangle and draw lines of symmetry in it. Arav Sharma, beta, take out your maths notebooks and do this assignment in your notebook. Suhan Khan, are you listening? I'm saying something. Take out your notebook and do this assignment in your notebook. Bhuvi, Arnish, Arav, Avni, Ayash, open your camera. Adit and Chirag also. Otherwise, I'm removing you. Kavya, rename yourself. Your second is rectangle. So draw a rectangle and draw lines of symmetry in a rectangle and write down the numbers of lines of symmetry in it. Next is an isosceles triangle. Draw an isosceles triangle and draw lines of symmetry in it. And last is scalene triangle. So all of you draw a scalene triangle and write down the lines of symmetry. You know, isosceles triangle is having two sides equal and one side unequal, and scalene triangle is having all the sides unequal. So draw it and make lines of symmetry in it and write down the number of lines of symmetry here. Draw it, children. Yes, Rayan Azhar Khan, can you tell me in an equilateral triangle how many lines of symmetry are there? Yes, Rayan, unmuted. Unmuted, beta. You can write in the chat box also if you are not able to unmute yourself. How many lines of symmetry in an equilateral triangle? Children, write down the answer in the chat box. Charvi is right. Bhuvi is wrong. Ryan wrong. Tanishq wrong. Sunny right. Vidima wrong. Prapti right. Aditya right. Adit Goyal right. Saksham wrong. Laksh wrong. Ryan right. Now listen to me very carefully. There are three lines of symmetry in a equilateral triangle. One is in straight. This is first. This one is second. This way. And this one is third. So these are there are three lines of symmetry in an equilateral triangle. This way. Equilateral triangle is having all the sides equal. So that's why it is having three lines of symmetry. Now let's move to the next figure, rectangle. How many lines of symmetry are there? Yes, Aditya, Ridhima, right answer. Bhuvi wrong. Arnish, correct. Kanishka wrong. Harsh right. Anya right. Charvi right. Arav Sharma wrong. Prapti wrong. Bhuvi right. Adit Goyal wrong. Tanishq right, Sunny right, wrong, Laksh wrong, Saksham wrong, Kanishka wrong. Now listen to me. Yes, Riyan Azhar Khan is right. So children, there are two lines of symmetry in a rectangle. One is in a horizontal way, one is in the vertical way. Okay, so there are only two lines of symmetry in a rectangle, because either you can cut a rectangle in a lengthwise or breadthwise. So two lines of symmetry in a rectangle. Now, isosceles triangle. How many lines of symmetry in an isosceles triangle? Yes, Riyan, Bhuvi, Ridhima, Charvi, Aditya, right. One line of symmetry only there in an isosceles triangle. Okay, just a second. Only one line of symmetry you can write here. Now, scalene triangle. How many lines of symmetry? Yes, Arnish, right. Bhuvi, right. Saksham, wrong. Riyan, wrong. Charvi, right. Anya, right. Laksh, right. Aditya, right. Kanishka, right. Saksham, right. Harsh, right. Tanishq, wrong. Arav, wrong. Yes, Charvi, are right. There are no lines of symmetry here in a scalene triangle. No lines of symmetry because all the sides are unequal. So there are no lines of symmetry in a scalene triangle. Got it, children? Scalene triangle is having all the sides unequal. That's why it is not having any line of symmetry. Okay. Now in the second question, you have to draw line of symmetry. Line of symmetry, you have to do it. In the second question, in this way, there is only one line of symmetry in it. So you can draw a line of symmetry like this. And this you can see it is an equilateral triangle. All the sides are equal. So you can draw three lines of symmetry here, not two. Three lines of symmetry you can draw. In this figure. Draw it, children. Yes, Jen, do it in your notebook also. This work. Draw lines of symmetry here. Here, this is a, yes, countless, infinite number of lines of symmetry. You can draw any line of symmetry in a circle. Right answer. Any line of symmetry, you can draw it here. Has countless. You can draw any lines of symmetry in a circle. You can draw in number of lines of symmetry in a circle. Yes, right, Rayan Kumar. Yes, countless, infinite. Right answer, Ritul. So draw it, children. Draw it in your notebook also, Adit Goyal. Do it in your notebook, this assignment. I need this assignment in the notebook. I'll check it after this. Your notebooks. Draw it, everyone. Everyone means everyone. Anish and Kavya, open your camera. Next is this object is given. Yes, Ridhima, you're right. Two lines of symmetry in this. One is vertical and second is horizontal. Vertical and horizontal line of symmetry. Draw it here. How many lines of symmetry in this object? 4 lines of symmetry, right? One is vertical, horizontal, vertical. One in this way. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 lines of symmetry. In this next, yes, Kanishka, you're right. In the next figure, only 2 lines of symmetry are there. Yes, Rayan Kumar, right. So draw lines of symmetry. 1 and 2 like this. Horizontal and vertical. Draw it, children. Draw lines of symmetry. Draw lines of symmetry in the pictures. Draw the pictures and draw the lines of symmetry in it. Please draw it neatly. Next question, you have to complete this figure by following the line of symmetry is already given here. You have to complete this figure. Draw it on a graph sheet, children, all these figures. Everybody, take out your graph sheet and draw it. All these figures. You have to complete these figures, children. On a graph sheet, just draw the symmetrical shapes like this. Draw it in this way. Join it, join all the 4 sides. Show me your work where you have done on the graph sheet. Who has done? Show me your sheet. Joel, Tanya, Priyanshi, Bhumika, open your camera. Draw all the figures on a graph sheet. Next question. Which letter of English alphabet has reflectional symmetry about both horizontal and vertical mirrors? So you have to draw the English alphabets which are having both symmetry, horizontal and vertical, and you have to draw those lines of symmetry in it. Right, Charvi? Your answer is absolutely right. You can take the alphabets. Suppose first alphabet is O. You have taken O as an alphabet. Now what you have to draw? You have to draw vertical line of symmetry in an alphabet and horizontal line of symmetry in an alphabet. So there are some alphabets which are having both line of symmetry, horizontal and vertical. Clear? So in this way you will be doing question number 4, children. What are the next alphabet? Tell me. Next alphabet should be, okay, I. The next alphabet. Okay. Draw lines of symmetry in it. Next. Okay. H. Next. No. No, Charvi, Tanish, wrong. One more alphabet is there. Yes, Harsh, right. X. So these are the 4 alphabets which are having both line of symmetry. No, E, not. Tanish, no. So these are the 4 alphabets O, I, H and X who are having both horizontal and vertical lines of symmetry. So draw these alphabets and draw a line of symmetry also in all the alphabets which are given here. Write O, I, H and X and draw vertical and horizontal line of symmetry in it. Suhan Khan, start writing. Yes, Charvi. Let me just pin up your video. Just a second. Right, very good. Now draw the alphabets also. Kavya, open your camera. Write down the alphabets and draw a vertical and horizontal line of symmetry and show me. Joel, Tanya, Bhumika, Kanishka.